Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. So you can see recently we've got really dramatic action. Well, the glory of the bulls haven't lasted too long, and actually right on the first trading session after the holidays, this previous tendency has been reversed down. Still, currently we should not treat it as some really decisive moment, just because this is the speculations that stand around coming Fed policy. Since currently we're entering in some period where the Fed will take some silence until the March approximately, and currently all the market society investors will start to gather the statistics from the markets, so from the economy, this employment, consumption, inflation as usual, because it should clarify what really Fed could fulfill in their promises, whether it really will be possible to rise rate with the suggested pace, or it will have to switch the back pedal and come to some compromises with the fragile recovery. And actually that you see on the chart, the recent reversal here is that this is an attempt to shake the boat, because currently nobody knows what the really impact could be from the Fed policy and whether Fed will fulfill its obligations with the rate change, because the new year just has started. We have no real statistics, and this is just an attempt to speculate on this subject, because I show you the explanation why this has happened. This drop here, the same story you could see on the gold market, and the Bitcoin market also stands under pressure. To understand why this has happened, you need to take a look just on the interest rates in the United States. And you could see what has happened on the 10-year yield. This is just a rally to the upside. So that indicates currently that market suggests probably Fed should take more hawkish steps, or it really stands on the way to execution of the steps that they have mentioned in the recent meetings. So here's this indicates some belief that Fed is able to do this. But guys, this has happened before. We've got the new numbers from the economy on this week and the next week. Situation could change significantly as soon as we will get the first numbers on all indicators that I have mentioned. This is just an attempt to move markets, and that was a result on the euro currency as well. This explains why dollar has risen and euro currency has dropped. So, but this is only the half of the story. The second half of what we should do in the current circumstances, what we could do actually. Well, this drop is not really a pleasant thing, and it carries a lot of bearish moments. The first one is that just return back inside the consolidation that has been formed with inability to complete the OP target that we suggested. So market ignored the OP, dropped right back down, and in general the CDLX stands significantly slower than the AB. Overall action here is very choppy, so that suggests that in general overall this price behavior is not very good from the bullish point of view, not very reliable. But we in recent updates said at least have some hope that maybe market will have enough power to complete at least the OP reaching 1420 area. So that hasn't happened. So in general, our longer term view stands in favor of the dollar, but in recent week we still discussed the possible that maybe market will be able to complete at least the EBC retracement. So currently we can't withdraw totally this trading setup because trend still stands bullish, as you can see, although market has dropped. And I think that on the daily chart we could keep an eye on possible bullish grabbers. If they will be formed, in this case some hope will exist that market could reverse up and continue upward direction to complete the OP. So on the daily chart, the one thing that we need to keep an eye on, this is the grabber. The grabber is also important because if we'll take a look at the 4 time frame chart, take a look, market with this recent drop, this was really fast, has reached the major support area. This is, as you can see, 618 support from these lows, and also 50% euro currency support from the major lows. So that is relatively more or less strong support cluster. Besides standing here, market keeps the theoretically valid this butterfly. Yes, hardly we could rely on it, but at least market has not formed a bearish reversal swing as it stands still above the previous lows. If market will drop it down, in this case we do not get as the grabber, as here bearish, the action will turn bearish and we will get the bearish reversal swing. In this case we would say that a bullish context, short-term bullish context that we have totally erased, and we should be ready for a taking out of these major lows. So that's why market actually is coming to the vital area. That will mean a lot for the short-term price behavior. Additional bearish moment here exists with this, as you can see, bearish divergence that we have here. So that's the background that we have. On the hourly chart, let's take a look. Recently, initially everything was good actually, and market starts showing bounce right from the area that we have specified. So hopefully you were able to place the stops at the break-even because the pullback was relatively significant. It's approximately 30 pips. So usually these swings should be done for taking moving stops to the break-even, but then collapse has followed. And take a look what we have. Market has completed the XOP right down here, and ultimate target of this butterfly that we discussed in the report stands relatively near 1275. So theoretical market could flirt here a bit, and if we will get the butterfly here, that will be additional pattern that we could keep an eye on in the context of the other bullish signs that we intend to get. So first, we are watching for a support area where we stand, right here. On the daily, we are watching for a grabber, right here, with this flirting with the MACD line. And on the hourly chart, we are watching for appearing of this bullish reversal pattern, butterfly. Later, maybe it will be the head and shoulders. So here we need to get some bullish pattern. In the combination of these 3 possible patterns or moments, we could consider taking the long position. But currently, with this performance, and especially with this strong sell-off here, taking the position just blindly, just because market stands at the support, it's a bit too risky. So for today's session, I think that hardly we could do something here, because it's really too big risk that market will just break it down and will keep going below these lows, because overall performance, as you can see, not very thrusty, so it's just very choppy and sloppy price action. And longer term fundamental background stands in favor of the United States dollar. So there was some hopes that maybe euro currency will complete at least this minor retracement, but with this recent drop, chances becoming lower that this will happen. So let's keep watching what will happen around this 1275 area.